So I don't know, man. But like I said, you know, some of the party's gonna have to deal with one thing, and then JD's gonna have to deal with his own bag of worms that he just opened up today. So I mean, like I said, you know, some of the party's gonna have to deal with one thing, and then JD's gonna have to deal with his own bag of worms that he just opened up today. So I mean,
Right. And they consider that. I mean, they consider that serious enough to extradite, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Okay.
would say
Good.
so. Um, because I did ask him like for certain things, is it something that you guys would expedite from America? I mean, it's listen, it would be no different than if someone from Canada came into America. Things, is it something that you guys would expedite from America? I mean, it's listen, it would be no different than if someone from Canada came into America and committed a felony crime and then went back to Canada. Um, America and Canada has an extradition agreement. So,
Right. Right.
America would go up to Canada and pick them up.
What would be the charge? Interfering with a police investigation? Is that a felony
Well, up
charge?
there it's just called obstruction. Up to 10 years in prison for that charge in Canada
Oh, okay.
if found guilty. But yeah, they're definitely looking into that, so that's good. I already knew they were looking into that.
All right. Awesome.
Oh yeah. Because of his live stream and the constant doxing in there, and then him saying his little things that he'd say in between them, and it's his live, and he's sitting there encouraging with a mod in the chat to do this and this. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Right.
exactly what the judge told him not to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're cutting in and out. There's some people out there that have the same kind of claims I do at a certain point, because you can only continue to harass somebody for so long, and it's like most people don't want to sit there and engage with that person over and over and over again, back and forth for years. And I made the mistake of engaging at his level quite a few times over the last year, and I regret it. I wish I would have just taken what I had and gone to the courts right then and there. But I have that opportunity to do that now. That's why I'm not going to sit up here and call them names and um, no, be mature. Obviously, I'm addressing it, but I'm doing it in a manner to where, like, I'm not. Essentially, I'm just stating what I'm gonna do. Um, please don't take this as me being arrogant, but his views have been down a lot, probably. Um, like he doesn't get the same amount of views talking about other things as when he does when he talks about me. Because at one point when I was recording it, I noticed there were 20 people in there instead of the usual 6 people. So when I say his views go up, they go up about like 8 or 9 people. Um, so is it just for content or whatever? But the result of it is like the guy's like trying to get trying to get somebody fired. Like the guy sat there for a whole year talking about how I'm a grifter and all I don't work, and I get all this money from people, and I'm a lazy bum and whatever other things he's called me. And I posted I have a really good job in a video of me training at that job. And what's their first thing that they want to do? Try and get me fired from a job. Like, how low can you possibly be in life that you're going to try and get someone that you drug for a year for not having a job fired from a really good job that they've had? Now, I've had a job the last 9 months. I didn't really care for the job, but I worked it to earn money to still get by. It wasn't enough money, clearly. People still helped out sometimes with cell phones or gas money to go do a catch far away. Um, but recently I found a job that I really liked. I was patient. Matter of fact, I applied for this place a year ago that I just started working at. I applied there not a full year. I applied there back in September last year, so a little less than a year. But they unfortunately, when I applied, they had already hired somebody on for training, and then months later, I called them again trying to get a job there. They told me then that their contracts, or they're waiting on new contracts for distribution, um, like places to distribute to, or places that like different bread companies or something like that. Um,
Well, John Davis, you better hope I'm not a federal informant. Because here's what the law says on that. The law says that whoever hinders, delays, or prevents the communication to a law enforcement officer or a judge of the United States of information relating to the commission or possible commission of a federal offense or a violation of conditions shall be punished as provided in paragraph 3, which paragraph 3 says anyone who hinders, delays, or prevents the communication to a law enforcement officer or judge of the United States of informing related to the commission of a possible commission of a federal offense shall be fined under this title or imprisoned of not more than 20 years. Whoever intentionally harasses another person and thereby hinders, delays, prevents, or dissuades any person from A. testifying in an official proceeding, B. reporting to law enforcement officer or judge of the United States, arresting or seeking the arrest of another person in connection with a federal offense, causing a criminal prosecution or a parole or probation revocation proceeding, or attempts to do so shall be fined under this title, not imprisoned more than 3 years or both. In the prosecution for an offense under this section, it is an affirmative defense as to which the defendant has the burden of proof by the preponderance of evidence that the conduct consisted solely of lawful conduct and that the defendant's sole intention was to encourage, induce, or cause the other person to testify truthfully. For the purposes of this section, an official proceeding need not be pending or about to be instituted at the time of the offense, or the testimony or the record document or other object need not be admissible in evidence or free of the claim of privilege. In a prosecution for the offense under this section, no state of mind need be proved with respect to the circumstance. There is extraterritorial federal jurisdiction over an offense under this section. A prosecution under this section or section 1503 may be brought in the district in which the official proceeding, whether or not pending or about to be instituted, was intended to be effected, or in the district in which the conduct constituting the alleged offense occurred. If the offense under this section occurs in connection with a trial or a criminal case, the maximum term of imprisonment which may be imposed for the offense shall be the higher of that, otherwise providing by the law or the maximum term that could be imposed for any offense charged in such case. Whoever conspires to commit any offense under this section shall be subject to the same penalties as those prescribed for the offense, the commission of which the object of the conspiracy. So, if you want to call me out as a federal informant, just so you know, if I am one, you're committing a federal crime, punishable for up to 3 to 20 years in prison. John Davis. Or are you just talking out of your fat, hollowed out ass? Which one is it? I think you're just talking out of your fat, hollowed out ass. But if I am a federal informant, then you can go back and get your ass hollowed out some more in prison like it was the first time. Isn't that neat? Sure is neat. So come on. What am I, John? Come on up on my panel. Have a discussion with me. Yeah, now he's saying I'm a federal informant, Nick. And I hope I am. Because if I am, you're going straight to prison, John Davis. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Of course not, Serena. I'm just saying, if he thinks I'm a federal informant, does he not realize that if I am one, he's committing a federal crime right now by selling me out as a federal informant if I am one? That's 3 to 20 years in prison, or he'd get his ass hollowed out again. It probably just healed, didn't it, John? Poor guy. Cam, what's up?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Did you hear I'm a federal informant? Did you hear that?
No, I turned the volume down. I have it recording right now. I ended up turning the volume down because I'm trying to play Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh,
yeah. I would just come up here and say, the fact that this, how many lives have I done about this guy since I went to court? Like 0, right?
Yeah, no, I don't recall one.
Not a single one where I provoked him or nothing, or reached out to him or anybody in his circle. None of that.
Right.
So I mean, like, I've been waiting for the right opportunity, I guess you could say, to play my trump cards with this person, and he's actually literally giving me everything right now. So the longer he stays live and continues on with the comments that are going on in this chat right now, I'd say the better. But my bosses also are going to record any phone calls that come in to them, any emails sent to them, and hand those over to me.
With the way it is, I mean, him falsely stating people as federal informants could be a crime as well, couldn't it?
I'm not I don't know too much about that, Ed, to be honest. And Vic saying Cam Shea made the website about you and Ed. Oh, I already knew that. The judge asked her straight up in court, and she refused to answer the question.
Wouldn't that be inciting somebody to try to harm me in some way? If by falsely stating that I am a federal informant, though, people don't like.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. Look at Sam's comment. Like, I literally just made a post 3 days ago telling all my supporters to no longer send me donations on both Facebook and YouTube. I said, please do not cash at me anything anymore. Otherwise, I'm going to send it back. And also, I turned my star feature off even on Facebook. Like, so now people can't send me stars.